I speak of promised land, soil as soft as mama's hands, running water, standing still, endless fields of daffodils and chamomile, rice under black beans, walked in the apple with cracked screens and told prophetic stories of freedom, found warmth in a black queen for when I get cold like Nat King, I'm doing the dad thing. I speak of wondrous, unfamiliar lessons from childhood, make you remember how to smile good. I'm pre-currency, post-language, anti-label, pro-famous, I'm Broadway Joe Namath. Kanye's best prodigy. He ain't signed me, but he proud of me. I got some ideas that you gotta see. Make a vid with Shorty and they ship it like the Odyssey. They never seen a rapper practice modesty. I never practice, I only perform. I don't even warn, I don't eat it warm. I won't be reborn. I speak to God in public, I speak to God in public. He keep my rhymes in couplets. He think the new shit jam. I think we mutual fans. I used to dance to Michael. I used to dance in high school. I used to pass out music. I still pass out music. The people's chant must be
fresh as hell. You don't feel like that bloated feeling. You know, you drink Cold Spring, you feel you get like a little weight on you. It's full, like almost there.
I had to match the stampedes. I made it through, made it through, made it through. And everything I gave to you, I gave to you, I gave to you. You got it, you got it, you got it. It's coming, it's coming, coming. So are you ready?
High school and college kids train from 7 a.m. to 8 a.m. Saturday, Sunday. 2 days. Many athletes train Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 4 o'clock, and then middle school train Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 5 o'clock. So it's a whole year programming, but it's a long subscription. So this is a good subscription. Every month we're going to have your wellness and nutrition call Sunday at 8 p.m. So we're going to have a Zoom call with about 40 kids, right, from the program. So say each membership I'm only taking 20 kids. So at full capacity, it's 60. So every week, we're doing a 40 capacity Zoom call, nutrition call, and then we'll do 3 of those. At the end of the month, we're gonna have a grades and careers call. So I'm gonna create a drive where all the kids have to upload their grades into the G Drive, and then we'll have a conversation with how that correlates to what you're doing now and how it correlates to where you're gonna go. The second part to it, with the membership, it's a members only section on the site. So when you go into the members only section, you get an exercise library. I still have to do the exercise library, but it'll have literally every exercise that you can think of from a progression and a regression standpoint. Accessory, strength, power exercises. The next thing that you get in the video library is I have a prehab and a rehab library. So if you have any ailments with the ankle, knee, hip, low back, upper back, shoulders, you go on the prehab library, find a video, watch a video, and you should feel a little bit better. And then 2 times a month.
So you think about everything.
Yeah, so 2 times a month. So 2 weeks out of the month, I'm gonna fill up the fridges back there with this, a CMOS shot, and a protein shake. So 2 times out of the month, at the end of the week, kids go in there, grab a fruit plate, grab alkaline water, grab a CMOS shot, and a protein. All right, so I'm building like the habits, and stuff like that. And I'm pretty sure that's everything they get registered.
Dude, that's a lot.
Yeah, bro.
A lot. That's just the beginning.
Right, and then the second part is the school system. So basically we run a curriculum for the whole year of the school system. So we just ran one today. So we'll go to a middle school and we'll be there for like 2 hours. So I have a mental health intake and a nutrition intake. Well, not me, but us that we've created. So when we go in, we have a mental health intake and a nutrition intake where the kids sit down and they'll take it. So from the mental health intake and the nutrition intake, it'll give us like over the course of time, it'll give us like a story of the kid. Right, like what's bothersome to them, what may be some triggers, what makes their day go really well, and that can give us a lot of feedback when we talk about trying to develop like certain kids, right? So we'll have that data part. So after we do the mental health and the nutrition intake, we come into our like 20 to 30 minute like educational segment, because you know kids nowadays don't really have the attention span. So we hit them quick with like today, right? We did 10 questions on lifestyle habits. So I just asked them a list of 10 questions, and we just sat down and had a conversation. So boom, get that quick, and then after that, the last like hour 15, hour 30, we do all strength and conditioning. I do it all year in school. So it's a 2-headed monster. We do this, and then we have the school book.
Wow. Wow.
Yep, all under the nonprofit.
You think about
Let's build a couple different curriculums. So like we have one for nutrition now, we have one for wellness, and then we have like the sports science. We're going to advance into the career path. Now we're getting those credits. We're going to have interns coming in from different colleges. They're going to get credits back. So this is starting with the high school.
Want the marketing stuff?
That's all I really care about. And then I see these being taught
And see my shots.
as courses because part of this is we're disrupting the education system. Because the bottom line is we're not teaching what you need to know today.
yeah.
At least here in America.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a huge gap. And then then you get into the whole social dilemma type of stuff that's come on. And then you see the same people, they don't have the attention spans. But it's been proven now that you go out 10 years, 15 max, the number one skill they're going to be looking for are actually two things. One is can you focus? And two, can you speak like you think?
I'm gon' praise him.
It's been so long.
Praise him. Praise him till I'm gone. When the praises go up,
The blessings come down when the praises go up. The blessings come down. It seems like blessings keep falling in my lap.
Yeah, I'm going to explain how we integrate this within the program. Over here, there's some eye candy for apparel. We're not really focused on something on apparel right now. We're just kind of seeing what we can do. So, what is it? Sure. What I have on right now. So over here, we're gonna have basically all of our marketing materials, right? Essentially, because we are sharing the space with someone as well, right? There's a distinction that we're talking about how we service everybody, right? Because we do all the services from 6 years old to college, then the other person that will be.
praise him till I'm gone. When the praises go up,
Good God!
the blessing come down.
Good God.
When the praises go up, oh,
Good God!
the blessings come down.
The blessings come down.
When the praises go up,
Blessings
oh,
keep
oh,
falling
the blessings
in
come
my
down.
lap. The blessings come down.
When the praises go up, oh, oh, the blessings come down.
Good God!
They booked the nicest hotels on the 59th floor with the big wide windows with the suicide doors. Ain't no blood on my money. Ain't no Twitter in heaven.
Good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon. Thank you guys for coming to probably one of the better days in wildlife right now. Right? I just want to say to everyone that's in the building right now, I truly appreciate you guys taking some time out of your day to come by to see the program that we're going to walk thank you. So I just want to say thank you guys. Today we have a very informative meeting or detailed, I would say, meeting with us. All right, we'll talk about the program, the two-headed monster that we have here in the program, and how we'll be able to bring development right to your front door. So, we'll start with an introduction, and the first person I would like to introduce is actually the person that gave me an opportunity to be on the program, the person that runs the space. So, I'll have Eric come up here. I'll put my Eric right up here. So we'll have Eric, he'll just introduce himself, tell you a little about the space, and second that he is going to be taking kind of control over. Then after that, I'll introduce my partner Steve, who's also our partner in our nonprofit, and then I'll introduce myself and we'll continue conversation from there.
How y'all doing? I'm Eric. One of the owners, the other one, Rosemary. She's a little shy, but she's over there. So we train elders and also teenagers, group fitness, one-on-one, small groups, semi-personal, whatever you need. So we had opened up in 2002. I actually came from a different gym, but I had the opportunity to be on my own with my partner. So I took it. And since then, it turned out to be one of the best decisions of my life. So originally, one of my clients asked me if I knew who Purple was, and I told her, so I heard of him, but I don't know him personally. So she ended up making me that book. So when I did meet him, I thought it was just going to be like another, trainer coming in and getting started. So we talked, we vibed, we connected, and since then, this guy has been with me. Like when he started bringing certain things in and ideas, I said, this is how it's working. Like he's serious. I definitely got to keep myself connected to him. So a lot of the days when I go by, he always tells me he actually appreciate us for the opportunity, but we actually appreciate him for being such a huge benefit for our city. And you want to make sure that his brand is being noticed, not just CT, but nationwide. So we're going to do everything that we could to make sure that this partnership breaks and everybody's aware of what new movement in Turco Academy is going to bring to that. Appreciate y'all for coming. Thank you.
Everyone, I will have Coach Lance introduce himself. All right? So give a round of applause for my man.
As John, Coach Turbo was saying, first I want to thank you all for coming to this respect, true gratitude to all of you. That's like a lot of these people do. And a little bit about my background. Learned on Turbo here. Probably 2018, 2019, I was going to hook my kids up training for him. So with that, and things happened. Fast forward a few years ago, our kids started training with him. Now, my kids, in my life, I care for it deeply. If I'm going to have somebody invest their time with them that I about very strongly, he's the guy. And I had a serious background in business and everything too. But he's just a vet, right? And he's not for everything else. With me, I've launched multiple startups during my 40-something years career. First company I started out at 10 years old. I've developed different products, IT, end-to-end, a lot of stuff. If you guys have pension plans, I'm actually the person who created the AI behind it. All right? I just kind of, behind the scenes, I build infrastructures, I build things, I build systems that work. So what you have here, and you'll get into this, is we got, I'm calling them the 4 tenets. You got wellness, you got mental health, you have education and strength and conditioning. And as we go through all this, you're going to recognize that it's all interconnected. And at the end of the day, what we're doing is, sports is the background, working out is the background, and you're building the foundations for life. Because whether you go pro, whether you go D1, 2, 3, high school, whatever, every sport has a time limit, right? And there's an end date. So what are you going to do after that? A lot of what we're developing on the career side, and they'll get into this, is we're building accredited courses. And not the stuff that's in school, we're closing the gap that's in school. So we're teaching you the stuff you really need to do and learn when you get out and work. We're going to help you build your career roadmap or an early age. So it's not really telling you things, we're going to be absorbing information from you so that we can help guide you, if that makes sense. All right, so again, thank you so much for coming. This is like honestly, got that in the camera? I got goosebumps going.
I got it with you.
And as Eric was saying, this is just a start. And like you were saying, we're going to bring this out of Connecticut, Northeast. No, this is a global movement, right? And when I was saying mental health earlier, we're going to change that whole narrative, right? Because when you hear it, it's a stigma. And that's not right, because everybody has issues, right? So we're going to call it brain health, brain health. And trust me, I came up with that back in the 2000s, so now we got it on tape. This is going to be a movement, and people will start using those words differently, right? Because when you think of mental health, you think people in the hospital, stuff, and this and that. That ain't true. Everybody's got anxiety. Everybody's taking depression. You know, a lot of it's because of the environment kids are growing up in today. And it's not right. How do we adapt to prepare them to then make proper decisions? So again, my background, real in depth. Come on, read the bio, knock yourself out. You know, 'cause end of the day, your kids, you know, or yourselves, but you know, because Eric is working with like that, like they'll like train the adults. You're in the right hands, and that's something where if I'm putting my word out there, and Don puts his word out there, we stand by it. Because people talk a lot, we walk in the truth. It's that simple. All right. For that, I'll give it back to him, because otherwise I'll ramble on for another 30, 40 minutes.
Man, I appreciate you. You've been hard. I introduced myself to everybody, and then we get into like the bigger portion of like the day. So my name is Dominic Spalding. A lot of people call me Coach Skirbo. I went to school, and when I was in 4 years, I got my business administration as my major, and then I minored in psychology. After that, I tried out in the NFL for a year. And after that, I became a head strength and conditioning coach. I got an opportunity to intern with the Patriots for strength and conditioning. And then quite frankly, a bunch of other stuff kind of happened after that, right? I first kind of created this that you see here as an LLC, right? The business as a sports performance coach. And that's what a lot of people knew before. But I always kind of knew, not kind of, but I always knew that there was more to development than just the sports performance part of it. And I was always intrigued as an athlete on touching on all the categories that make you better, all the categories that help you develop. Your mental, your spiritual, your communication with yourself, how you treat other people, your social support, and more. So, I've been running my sports performance business for a while. As you know, I ran into this guy a couple years ago. So I ran into this guy, we had a conversation one day, and then I developed my LLC, and I put it into a nonprofit. So now with the nonprofit, what we do is, we service youth mental health services, we do the strength and conditioning and performance training, we have a wellness curriculum, and we have an educational curriculum. And throughout the day, I'll tell you about the two-headed monster that we have created and how we get it out. So, the first thing on my agenda here is to tell you guys about who we are and the problem that we're going after. So, our mission, slogan, or something combined, right? For the nonprofit, we are the modern day solution to the youth epidemic that's happening right now. And if anyone hasn't been paying attention, even prior to COVID, we are indefinitely in a youth epidemic right now. As far as a mental standpoint, as far as a physical standpoint, as far as a social support standpoint, and as far as a government standpoint. Numbers are the rules to the game, but numbers are a lot. So, in Connecticut, 1 in 5 children has developed a mental disorder since 2019. Out of those 1 in 5 kids, 20% of them receive actual help. So we're talking about 1 in 5, and then the 1 out of that 5 actually gets help. The global mental health market projected to grow at a 6.2 rate from 2021 to 2028. So what that specifically states is that with the resources that we have right now, mental health youth is really just going to get worse. The global wellness industry, which is also a really, really interesting fact, but this goes back to the programming that we have available and the resources that we have available right now. It's a $6 trillion market across the nation. $6 trillion that goes towards youth violence. 1 in 3 children in the US are obese. Connecticut ranks at number 5 on the child obesity scale. And another interesting fact that there has been $803 million being spent in Connecticut for youth mental health services across the land. So, a big question that we wanted to answer is, with all that money being spent, could anyone find a program that can give you output when someone goes into there? When I say that, what I mean is that, did the program actually help you kids?
Yes, thank you.
I was saying you probably have one or two people do something like that, but it's not something that's consistent across the landscape.
Definitely. Perfect.
Nobody here can give you 10 programs right now that when you put your kid in here, 110% you're going to sort of dominate it and come out with it. You can't give you 10 or 15. For a fact.
I'll take it one step further, right? Because they'll probably get it. One of the things, we're closing the gap between affordability and availability. So keep talking about availability, right? And that's just clubs or whatever you're going into. Do you have the resources to actually see someone to speak about those happening, right? And that's the social element of it. So, there's psychiatrists out there, social services and whatever, but can they service your needs? Because they're just there for a band, I need being straight up, right? And then, do you even have the means to afford to go to them? So now that backs into the numbers that you described. So, as we get through this journey, as we're explaining this, we are tracking you from point A to point B, and we're going to drive metrics. That's the baseline for everything that we're talking about as it becomes interconnected. So, it's data driven. So we're tracking you from your mindset and stuff, how you do it. We take benchmarks there, do different things down. We'll get into nutrition. We're doing it there too. Education, there's different components we're hitting there. And then the sports and conditioning, people see it, right? That's why they see the other three. And what happens here is they're all interconnected. And the adults probably get this because they're later in life. But we have the science behind it that proves it. And now we're going to track the data, and you're going to see true results, and they're all going to be impacted. And what does that mean? Happier kid, happier life. If you're going to have a guide to where they want to go, is whatever their age are, if you really want to go to college, and spend $300,000, $400,000 going in debt, or going to a trade school, or going and working for like Apple or like an IT place. There's better avenues to live that we're going to expose you to. Again, if we're not going to talk at the kids, we're going to let them come to us as they're talking their journeys, and we're just capturing information, guiding, mentor. I mean, so it's a different thing. Everyone's had coaches, right? And all they do is scream at kids. 10 years old, they're not getting anything done. You know what I'm saying? And you're paying them to yell at your kids. What's up with that? So I'll give it back to them. I just wanted it the true thing on the wellness side. If you truly can get the help and afford it, is that person truly giving you the output that you need? 99 out of 100, I can guarantee you the answer is no. Cool.
So segue off of what C said, right? Our big mission here, and I'll read it to you verbatim for verbatim, which you can find on our website as well. So our mission is to create a funnel for children into a path of adulthood by curating qualities and developing characteristics that can change the trajectory of their life. The goal is to create future leaders, innovators, and a passage for people to have access to information that they would normally not have access to. So that's our mission. And this is something that I also think makes us a lot different because we're not a gym, we're not a sports entity, we're a nonprofit that's just trying to really make an impact. We're just going to have superior services under a nonprofit. So the next really exciting part I would love to dive into is, again, like I said, the two-headed monster that we created. So I'll start with the school system part. And the first part of it is that we are developing relationships with towns around the area. We started out in Bristol with a beautiful opportunity, right, from our wellness director, Kelly. We're over in Hartford, and we're working our way into West Hartford. So essentially, we're creating relationships with the Board of Education members, the top of the faculty that make stuff up. And right now, we have a wellness curriculum, an educational curriculum, and we have a strength and conditioning curriculum. So for example, if we go to a middle school, like we're doing right now, we'll go there for the Lendless week, and we'll go there 2 Saturdays a month. And with the kids that we have that come into the program, we'll have them take a mental health intake and a nutrition intake. And we'll have them do that probably within the first 5 to 10 minutes of our program. What that allows us to do is it allows us to get information on the kid that, you know, maybe he's having a bad day, maybe you can put it down on paper, maybe I know my wife's having a bad day, so I can communicate with them. And over the course of time, all of that information together tells us a story. So after we do that for about 10 to 15 minutes, then we'll have a concept. We all know that kids cannot pay attention for SHIT in this point in time, right? They can't pay attention. And I had to spell it out because I had to do it, right? Kids can't pay attention to nothing like this. So we hit them with a quick 20 to 30 minute wellness, entrepreneurship, or career conversation. So like today, before prior to coming here, we had a conversation about lifestyle habits today. So we go through a series of about 10 questions, which is a series of different questions which pertain back to lifestyle habits. So we get a quick, make sure the information sticks, and I guarantee you, if any of those kids you see them today, you'll either be 2 or 3 things that they'll have to go third or you hit them quick so the information sticks. After that, we just have fun. So we bring equipment to the schools, or if the schools have equipment, we'll make use of what they have. And then we'll do that for 10 months, and after the 10 months, we'll have some testimonial videos, like what you guys see up here. But testimonial videos are from some of the kids from my first program. I have a principal where I actually ran a school, and we have a lot more information as well, right? Because feedback is very, very important to us. I would say it's the #1 thing for me. Because as parents, as coaches, as teachers, as whatever you may be, feedback is how you can tell if a program is working or not. So our feedback is going to consist of a few things. We have audio and visual testimonials. We have actual statistical data that we've been taking from the kids that we still have to this day. We'll continue to grow our data. And with that information, it can tell us a lot about each other's health. Because we can break it down to kids being in inner cities, we can break it down to white collar kids, we can break it down to blue collar kids. At the end of the day, the kids, and that information should tell us about us being different.
And you'd be really surprised how honest kids are, given the data.
You'll be surprised.
At least as parents, trust me, you'll be surprised, but love that they're honest about it. Because that then helps us guide, then, like you were saying, it tells a story. Then how do you adapt and move?
And then we have the second part to where you guys are sitting in the realm right now. So this realm that you guys are sitting in is, and how we're going to offer it, we're going to have, if you guys have the program highlight documents, you guys can take a look at that, right? So within the gym space here, we're going to be offering a formal membership, which I'll get into right now. So the membership is going to be a mini athlete membership, which is going to be 6 to 10 years old, a middle school membership, a middle school membership that's in service 11 to 14, and then we're going to have a high school and a college membership which services 15 plus. So, on the strength and conditioning side of things, right, we'll have the kids come in. And if anyone, I'll give a couple of these out real quick. So these are the training templates that kids will get when they come into the program. You guys got me take a look at some of these too. I have them over here. So when you guys come into the program, it'll either be a 2-day or a 3-day program. The first day will always be consistent of acceleration-based qualities to develop, and we'll follow it with weight room work behind it to make sure that we enhance those qualities. We'll have a second and third day, if you have a 3-day membership, we'll develop lateral and change of direction, which again, we'll have the field work, and then we'll have the weight room work that matches the qualities that we want to develop in the field. And then the last day, we'll have a recovery and vertical session. So that's the 3-day split. If you're on a 2-big split, there's one acceleration game, there's one change direction. So, kids, there's a template that's going around. 2 or 3 page down. So this is how we're going to begin to track kids right now. So we'll have some folders in here. They'll have little folders. They'll come in, and we'll track numbers on here that you see the lower rep, 3 rep max, other 3 rep max, 5 yard, 10 yard, 5, 10, 5. I just put those basic kind of tests on there because as an athlete, you go into any camp, those are probably going to be the tests that they're probably going to test you. Right? So we'll give you that testing 2 times every 2 months. And then what the kids do, when we test, they'll put like a red like highlight right on the top, so they know that's the testing document. So they know that they're 3 rep max, and they know that that's their personal best that they're going on. So moving forward, to continue progression, we go on those numbers.
In all communities.
As we transfer over in a couple months, we'll go away from this and we'll go into a app called Team Builder, which is just basically an online strength and conditioning app. I can send the code right to the kids, they can do it through the phone, I can communicate, etc., etc. I'm basically going to run it like a real life college strength and conditioning. Right? So that's a little bit about the strength and conditioning piece. So the wellness recovery sector, and in addition to the membership, so every weekend we're going to have 4 Zoom calls a month. So the first 3 weekends will be a wellness and a nutrition call. So we'll talk about wellness for 30 minutes, we'll talk about a concept, whether it be self, whether it be communication, etc., etc. Then we'll talk about the nutrition topic for 30 minutes. And then on the last weekend of the month, I'm going to create a drive where all the kids have to upload their grades into the drive, and we're going to have a talk about careers, and does wherever you want to go correlates with what you're doing right now. And then again, another addition to the membership is that when you purchase the membership through the website, you go to a members only section. So the members only section is an exclusive group where, and I think I should say this right now, but we're only going to take about 20 kids per membership. Because we really want to specialize on what we do, but we really want to focus on being able to put out good products. And it can't be that someone wants to be in and out, you can't have one foot in and out, it just doesn't work like that. So with the group that we have, we're going to curate them, we're going to build them, and we're going to make sure that they are always good. And even if you leave, we're still going to make sure that you're good, because we want you to come back. So within your membership, you'll have an exercise library. So I'm developing the exercise library right now, but that exercise library will have every exercise on the book, from an accessory exercise, a strength exercise, and a power exercise on a progressional basis. So if you want to go in there and develop a workout plan for yourself, you can go in there and put some exercise together and use on these things. The next thing that I have in there is going to be a prehab and a rehab folder. I'm pretty sure everybody knows what rehab is. Right? Prehab is just trying to lessen the risk of injury, right? Or reverse rehab. So I'll have a whole library of if you have ailments in your ankle, knee, hip, or back, shoulder, you can try one of those rehab videos, and you should feel better right now. Guaranteed. Guaranteed. And then 2 times out of the month, we're going to fill the fridge up with fruit flakes, alkaline water, sea moss shots, and I want to add a protein drink in there as well. So we can start to build the nutrition part and the physical part as well, on how we should start with after you work out. So those are all things that you get with that monthly membership. We also have team group training. Team and group training is going to be offered literally no pricing for group training on the website. It's all customizable, and it's always just trying to work with people that came. The service that we have, we want to make sure that we can touch a lot of people, not just people that can pay. That's not bold. I don't want to get a lot of variants, I can fund get you covered. All we got to do is meet the prerequisites. Get good grades, go to class, shit, you guys can get membership. Obviously, going to be a little hard in that class, but we get some grant money, I can fund the whole gym to come. That's a good question more to. So we'll offer those services, and That's the two heavy monster that I'm going to bring up today. From an education standpoint, but really like an overall development standpoint, you know? I can firmly say this, you know, and he always tries to tell me like stay a little bit humble, but I can't, you know, especially because I know information on information, and I have experience. I'm the best athletic conditioning coach in Connecticut for facts.
Wait, who said that?
And a track coach. He tells me to be home all the time, I can't do it. You'll never get, your kid will never get any kind of training outside of what he lives in. From the top to bottom. I get the best training in Connecticut. So we'll have the best wellness center in Connecticut. But I am the best strength and conditioning coach in Connecticut, by far. There was no one in Connecticut that had my experience, my certification, and just the output of athletes that I had. No. So for a sense, and I got some people here that train with me, right? For a fact, there's nobody that's better than me. I'm gonna take care of your kids. I'm gonna make sure they get bigger, stronger, faster, and more healthier athletes.
So a little bit about Don that did it to me, right? Because he's saying strength and conditioning, right? But his background, you know, he's got the athletics and all that, that's awesome. But he has a psychology background. Yeah, true. But he'll like him. No. I think no. Oh, I know. Yeah. All right. But we're eating. We want to talk about the pillars, right? Remember talking about? Both of us have that attitude. So he's talking straight and conditioning or whatever. But when he's talking to the kids, he's literally taking their temperature when you walk in the door, and he's using his behavioral science background. He's using his psychology background. He's using his physical therapy background when he's talking pre-rehab, rehab. Think of it from that perspective, right? He has that background. He's drilled and coming up to the strength and conditioning, but he's got the other pieces, so he understands when teaching and coaching and mentoring. All of those things I was talking about. Everyone goes like down this one lane. You don't pivot, you don't adapt. Right? And that's why we're literally disrupting all these verticals and bringing it all under one group. What he's saying is, yes, we will have the best strength and conditioning. No doubt about it. But, or should I say, and we will build the greatest wellness center on the planet. 100%. We are building an academy through our education program, where we have partnerships with schools, but we're getting these courses accredited. And guess what? Kids are going to be engaged. And guess what? There's tons of programs out there with coaches that just, it's a money grab. It's a money grab. I know you all know what I'm talking about. And you crap on your kid, and the kid might not want to play that sport ever again. And that's what they should be the future superstar, or maybe a commentator, or this or that. Right? That ain't us. It'll never be us. It's not the culture we're bringing here. It's not the atmosphere that's going to be in here. It's going to be filled with love and gratitude. And kids are going to learn that because, you know what? They keep it inside. There's nothing worse to getting older, start a job, get married, get kids, however that happens. And then, guess what? You feel stuck. Well, guess what? You're not the right person meant for life. Like, things I wish I had as a kid, right? Because, like, you know, brain out, right? They're coming out. It wasn't out there. It was, they put you in the hospital. You had rooms. You didn't have a problem. That's reality, right? And now if you look at things how it is, how you better. You're on the phone, right, come in? You're on the phone, right? That's the problem. This thing right here, the wrong answer is cancer. All right? And I have the science behind it, because I've worked with the people that have the programs and the analytics and the AI. That's my background, part of it. So we're going to teach them how to manage their timeline. And if you use it correctly, this is a powerful tool, because it's a cure. This right here is stronger than what they put on, like, the man on the moon, 69, 1,000 volts. So think of that. Right? But you go on this, you could lose a couple of hours of productive time where you could have been, you know, you might not leave to read, but then that's another different conversation of how to focus your time better. I was telling someone earlier today, the number one skill that's going to be coming to people that they're going to look for in 10 years, and I know this for a fact from my global connections and who I work with, is going to be, can you focus? Okay? Because that's part of the crisis that's going on. The second is, can you communicate? Can you effectively have relationships? That's what everything in life is about relationships. Right? So that's part of what we're going to be getting at, and part of our career development, and the kids are going to be set up straight. And that all started because you said, gotta be hungry. But he is, no doubt, he is the guy. I would not put my kids with anymore. He is the guy, straight position. But I'm also telling you, we are the team that's going to disrupt all of this. And like, anything I've done in life, again, read my bio, whatever, I'm taking products, I'm taking global. This will go to global. 100%. That's one day I was here, now I'm here, now I'm here. You will see progressions and improvements in every single one of these areas, I promise you. And I don't say that because, like, I don't give my word out unless it's like, this is a sure thing. It's definite, it's gonna happen. If you prescribe to this type of things, and you follow the protocols, you will change. You will be different. You'll be able to make proper choices. You know, the major thing too, right? Kids don't understand this yet because they haven't lived life. So they haven't lived life, right? So and we all know this. You're the product of the people you keep around you, correct? If you're in like 6th grade, your friends kind of start changing, right? Because you find different things in life. They don't know that. They don't know that your friends, as you get into high school, are going to be totally different than when they were 10 years old, except for maybe one. Right?
All right, so these are just some of the kids that I've had the pleasure of training, right? So I'm gonna put them on the spot, and I'm gonna give you 30 seconds to give you guys, 30 seconds, We were said if they come on, we gonna do it, so I had to bring you. That's how it is, that's life. Yeah. So look, I'm gonna give you guys 30 seconds, and you can say whatever you want about Coach Sherman, okay? You can tell about your experience, about this. We'll go from here to the queen. All right, go. You got 10 seconds, go. Hands down, get your hands out the pocket. Get your hands out the pocket. Look at the crowd when you talk. Get your hands out the pocket.
This is that he's very inspirational.
All right, go ahead, bro.
He's just an inspiration. You never feel a black woman. I want to say about Christopher that he's helped me a lot throughout the games.
Thank you, Joe. Appreciate it. All right, so I have my 2 older kids up here a little bit now. They should be able to give me a little bit more than what they just did. You got it.
But what's the one thing you noticed on all 3 kids? They were all smiling, correct? Right?
All right, so I have. What do you say?
I've been training with her for a couple of years now. One of the things that stood out to me, was like when I came in to train with him, like he always asked me like how much sleep I got, like how I'm feeling, how I'm doing mentally before you even start training. And he's really just always checking out on me, texting me like how I'm doing, how I'm feeling. Yeah, he just cares a lot. He's a great trainer, and yeah, he's been great. Very appreciative. Welcome.
All right, this is the maestro and his Addy. Right, Addy is a soccer player right now, and he will do absolutely great things for himself and his family. Right? Where'd you just come from, man?
I was in Bosnia, I was in Croatia, went to Slovenia a little bit.
Playing soccer all over the world. Probably one of the best people you ever know ever. But We'll give him 30 seconds and we'll have Maddie just say something a little bit about Coach Show. You want to come up and come say something? That's the person I'm calling that, right? Well,
So when I first started with Coach Roosevelt, I was not, I had to be like more clear. Technically, when I'm playing the game, I was very good, I was very smart, but we grew very quickly when I was little. So I wasn't athletic at all, I was slow.
don't let him tell you. He was athletic.
I had bad movements, and I always wanted to work. I had the mindset to do it, but I didn't know what to do. So when Turbo came, he gave me the whole spreadsheet what to do. So when I had that, I said the word, and he knows I have a good mentality. So that's why I proved so much quicker.
And then we have, honestly, I'm not gonna lie to you, this is probably one of the most mentally tough kids that you will ever like come across in your life. How old are you right now?
17.
And he has two ACL surgeries, right? 2 ACL surgeries before 18 years old. And he, all conference in track, all states.
On the way.
Let me put some restrict on this thing, right? And the school part is phenomenal, okay? So, remember, 2 ACLs before 18, and he's standing here today, just finished up an all-state season in track. If you want to talk about mental toughness, here he is. Go ahead, Thomas.
I just want to talk about Turbo. I met Turbo when I was in middle school. Started training up in Meriden. It was a group thing. We were many guys. I was the youngest guy there. I think I was the only guy actually in middle school. And we competed every day. And they kind of just introduced me to the next level that I'm at now, getting ready to go to college, multiple D1 athletes, like against one of them up in Temple and stuff like that. So it was a great, he introduced me to a world I wasn't used to. I was used to just being the best, being faster than everybody else, and came to introduce me that there's more people out there, there's more to this thing than just athletics. Meant to the mindset of it, so it really helped me to now. I'm standing up here next to him, representing him, and I'm glad to be in that situation.
These are literally just some of like my many athletes that I've trained for years, and the many athletes that come off the branch of Coach Herb. So I'm proud to do what I do. You know what I'm saying? I'm proud to take care of people's schools. I'm proud to make sure that they get better. I'm proud for a kid to come to me and tell me that, yo, I had a bad day, but after we worked out, I felt a lot better. I'm proud of that type of stuff. I'm proud when a kid comes into me and at first they don't talk a lot, but 8 weeks later, it's a kid that he's going into his communication level. He's trying to communicate like that. I take that very, very like to heart. Right? So the development part, like I said, the sports part is super important for a lot of things. But I really take a light to the development side of things, because that's where the value lies, but that's where like growth lies for a lot of kids at the times that we live in. So I really take that to heart. And again, these are just so many amazing kids. I do nothing more than bring a blueprint to them. So as much as they can come up here and tell you that I do this, down in the third, all I do is tell them, yo, if you do this, this will happen. And guess what? These kids, they did that, and then this happened. It's that simple. It's really that simple. It's really that simple. Some kids got it, some kids don't. It's okay, we can build those kids into it. Right? I want to thank you gentlemen again for coming up, and I appreciate you guys. Thank you. So, question.
What age group does it start at?
So we service 6 to basically college. Yep.
6 years old or 6 years?
So we have 3 memberships. Mini athletes, which services 6 to 10 years old. Middle school services 11 to 14. And then high school and college, which is 15 plus.
Praise him till I'm gone. When the praises go up,
Good God.
the blessings come down.
The blessings come down.
When the praises go up, oh, the blessings come down.
The blessings come down.
When the praises go up,
Are you
the
ready
blessings come down.
for your blessing?
When the praises go up,
Are you
the blessings
ready
come down.
for your miracle?
Are you ready? 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 Are you ready?